Today we will be going through the break and retest trading strategy using the 60% rule. Lovely traders, welcome back to ChrisFX. I hope you're doing great, both in life and in trading. And we have talked about this strategy in a previous video, but of course we will talk again about this strategy, and I'm gonna be showing you real examples from real trades I took this past week. Actually, I'm going to show you all the trades I took last week, and most of them were using the break and retest trading strategy, the 60% rule. And as you can see here, guys, I have our first entry, which took place right here. And why did we place the entry right here? Let's analyze this thing. First of all, we had a break above the 50 EMA, as you can see, quite impulsive, and then we have this flag pattern formation, kind of. Okay, it is like that, and you see an impulse above. And you can see the impulse being identified by two strong bullish candles. And of course, you can claim that there is a wick above the second candle, but we can see a quite impulsive move right here, then the flag pattern once again, and another impulsive move to the upside. Furthermore, this candle here is a perfect representation of price rejecting the 50 EMA and using it as a dynamic support. That being said, I'm gonna talk about the 60% rule once again. Let me zoom in once again. Of course, this candle on its own wasn't enough. We have more candles like this one, they are not enough, but with the second candle we have clearly left this area over here. What I'm doing right now, guys, I'm taking my Fibonacci tool, I'm placing it on the low of the first candle and then on the top of the second candle, and of course I'm also including the wicks. And what can we see here, guys? Look at this. From here we have the 100%, and here on the top of this candle we have the 0%. And if we check the 60% rule, actually I'm gonna do it the other side, upside down, so you can see it better. I start from here and I'm ending exactly here. Okay, and the 60% rule says that we are gonna be entering on the 60% area of these two candles. So here is the 0%, here is the 100%, and here, look at that, if I zoom in even more, you can see the 61.8%. So I entered immediately with a pending order. I placed a pending order on the 60% area exactly, and I'm placing usually my stop loss between the 38.2% and the 0%. And as you can see, price came back with this candle, tapped us in, and then moved a little bit on the upside, and then went even further and then disappeared. Now, as you can see, guys, I entered just one trade over here. These three entries, it is actually one entry of 0.5 lots, which is half a standard lot, and then I closed partial profits as the price was moving on. Of course, when we went to one, I placed my stop loss to break even, and then we had our first take profit right here on this area, and we closed the 3 mini lots with a win of 95.7 euros. Then we went for our second take profit, which was over here, and as I can see, I closed another 1.5 mini lots with a win of 81.45 euros, and then I closed another one over here, another 0.5 mini lots or 5 micro lots. This one gave us a win of 35.9 euros. So altogether, guys, this trade gave us 95.7, let me do it real quick, plus 81.45 plus 35.9. We had a win of 213 euros over here, and you can see that I closed partial profits all the way, and I minimized my risk, of course. Now I'm going to be talking about the second entry using the 60% rule once again on Euro USD. I re-entered, as you can see, over here, and we entered with 4.5 mini lots, and as you can see, we closed the first one around this area, and of course I'm gonna be showing the entry. The first one was closed with 45.25 euros, and another 2 mini lots were closed over here with earnings of 40.2 euros. And let's show the entry, which is the most important part of our video. Again, we saw this small, we can say kind of like flag pattern, small consolidation, we don't care, and another impulse, guys. If I would have seen the price at this candle exactly, again I would be measuring at the beginning, because you might be wondering, from here until the top of this candle, and I would be placing a pending order around here, around the 40%. It's the same, guys, either on the 60% from the bottom, either the 40% from the top. Okay, so it is exactly the same what I'm talking about, the 60% rule. But here we wouldn't have been activated. And what do we do in these occasions? We wait and see more about price action. Hence, we waited for more price action, and there we have it. We have this second candle. So now what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be measuring, as you can see, all the way from the bottom of this candle until the top of this second candle over here. And of course, I know here I entered at the 38.2% mark. It's quite the same, guys. It's very close to the 40%, and of course I didn't want to have a huge stop loss over here, so I decided to place my stop loss at the 78.6% mark of the Fibonacci tool. Now I'm going to be deleting this one, and we are going to be moving forward. So Euro USD, guys, this week only wins. And that being said, now we will move to AUD USD to check out the other trades that I have taken, which are over here, and we have two trades and we have two losses. Here, as you can see, it was a mistake of mine, because if I would be entering normally, we would be measuring from the start of the impulse, let's say around here. I think it's quite preferable if I start from the top of the candle over here and go to the bottom. And the 60% rule, guys, would be saying that we should be entering somewhere around here. And of course, I would have done that, guys, and we would have had a win. But unfortunately now, guys, impulsivity got the best out of me, and I didn't manage to see the trade when this whole thing was happening. It would have been a win, and I saw the trade around here, and I entered around here on the breakout. And of course, I'm not trading like that, but as I said, impulsivity got the best of me. It happens to everybody. And as you can see, of course, we went a little bit on the winning side, and then price went back and stopped us out. But again, guys, this is what happens when you're not following your strategy. And of course, I'm here to show complete transparency. I'm still being impulsive sometimes from time to time, and I pay for it, as you saw over here. So this was a minus 39.6 euros. And then we have this other trade over here. In this one, I wouldn't say that I was particularly impulsive. I will explain why I entered over here. I would have done the same again. Well, the 60% rule, we start from here to the bottom of the other impulse. So according to the 60% rule, if I would have seen it when this candle closed, I would have placed a pending order at this 60% mark with a stop loss around here. And we would have been stopped out once again, as you can see over here. Now, the reason why I entered here was when I saw this trade, this whole thing over here had already happened, okay, including this red candle. And then this candle at some point was totally blue, was coming blue and with momentum. So when I saw this trade, we already had this retrace to the 60% level, and then we had this blue candle, green candle probably if you are using green candles for the bullish candles, and then of course I said that's the perfect opportunity to enter. This is fine for me if I break my rules like that, because I would have entered here anyways, and I placed my stop loss below the 38.2% level. And again, price came back and threw us out, as you can see over here. And we have a minus 115.1 for this pair, for AUD USD, guys. Now moving forward to the next trade, this has not been taken using the 60% rule. So if you remember from my previous videos, I showed another type of entry which I'm using in all of these currency pairs. This purple, the NZD USD, is also being used with the 60% rule with Euro USD, AUD USD and USD CAD, and it is also being used with the moving average, and all of this purple I'm only using with the moving average. So here we can see price was very impulsive to the upside and it came back to the moving average and it left this pattern. We said it would be fine, even more fine, if this candle would have penetrated the EMA and this next candle would have closed above the 50 EMA. But still, we said if the 50 EMA touches the bottoms of the candles and just goes through the wicks, penetrates the wicks, I'm willing to enter a trade. And I was very happy entering this trade, guys, because I didn't see this trade. Normally I would be entering this trade immediately after this blue candle that you see over here, but I saw this trade later on when price had already formed this candle and then it was at this level. So I said that's perfect, even better as an entry, and I entered right here where you can see we went to profit territory, but I didn't place my stop loss to break even at 1-to-1 because I thought it might do something like that, a little bit more and then bounce, and unfortunately we got out. So we have another minus here. This was not taken with the 60% rule, but still I had to show it since I'm showing all the trades of the week. This was the other minus. We had these three losses, as you can see, minus 58, we have a minus 173.1. And then moving to USD CAD, this is another pair that I will be using with the 60% rule, and let's go together once again. If we measure the impulsive move from the top of this candle until the bottom of this candle over here, and if we zoom in, we can see that the 60% area is exactly right here. Let me send this thing to back. Okay, so the 60% area is somewhere around here. So I placed a pending order right here with a stop loss between the 0% and the minus 27%, which is also below these lows. And of course it was Friday, it was around 4 o'clock if I recall correctly, so I closed my trade. So now guys, I'm gonna be adding everything and let's see what we have. We have a 95.7 plus an 81.45 minus a 39.6 plus a 35.9 plus a 45.25 plus a 40.2 minus 58 minus 75.5 plus 44.85 plus 9.02. And we have a win of 179.27. The purpose of this video was to show the 60% rule, which I'm currently using on EURUSD once again, AUD/USD, USD CAD and NZD USD. And NZD USD is also being used with the 50 EMA as a dynamic support with the rules I talked about in my previous videos, and all those purple pairs I'm also using only with the 50 EMA strategy. So once again guys, this was the break and retest strategy using the 60% rule. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video because I'm going to be providing more and more free educational content, and in case you want to support the channel, check out the PayPal links down in the description and in the comment section, as also my affiliate link to IC Markets. That's gonna do it for today guys. Thank you all for watching, until next time.